first question for Sam, please.
Hey Sam, it's the 40th anniversary, both equal prize money here for men and women at the U.S. Open and also the WTA. It's its 40th anniversary. I just want to know some of your thoughts about being a women's player in this generation and how you put yourself in that history.
Yeah, I guess it's a really exciting time for women's sport, women's tennis, obviously in particular, with all these milestones that have kind of happened over the last 40 years from where everything started to where we are now. And I guess a player like myself now playing in this generation, certainly seeing all the rewards for everything that happened all that time ago, and I guess all the progress that's happened over the years. So I think to be a female tennis player at this point in time, we're very privileged to obviously do what we do, but also now get, rewarded for doing it as well.
What would you like to see in the future, if anything were to change?
No, I don't know. I think as long as things stay equal, which I think, in this day and age, everything deserves to be, I don't think we can really, probably go past that. I think that's the biggest thing is equality.
So do you think there's more or less depth in the women's game now than when you broke into the game?
Well, I mean, I would probably think now. I mean, I guess with having quite a few different Grand Slam winners over recent years and, the way things have gone, I think it shows that you've got Serena at the top, which no doubt she's, above everyone else at the moment, and that shows the rankings now. But, I think it's fair to say that then there's a bunch of players that are capable of winning Grand Slams and capable of doing great things out here. And I think, that hasn't always been the case. And I think it's something you can argue whether one way's better or the other, but I think it always goes around, in cycles, and this is the one we're in now.
Sam, you were the only person to beat Azarenka on a hard court this year when you beat her in the Carlsbad final. And you had a pretty bad record against her before that.
Mm-hmm.
What made you able to break through that day, and how do you sort of assess her general form on hard courts right now?
Well, yeah, I guess that was a really good breakthrough for me. I hadn't obviously beaten her before, and then to do it in a final and maybe on a surface where I actually hadn't realised that was the case. So, I think she's obviously playing quite well at the moment. Maybe, last week in Cincy, where she won, was obviously a massive tournament. To beat Serena in the final is always a big achievement. So, you'd have to say she's playing, quite well at the moment, and I guess she's always quite consistent. So whether she always kind of keeps that baseline there, and then whether or not it goes higher in those big moments is probably how you judge whether or not she's playing better or her best, or however you want to say it.
Back to prize money again for a second. So within the tour itself, the women's tour, are you happy and satisfied with the distribution of prize money and how that's allocated within the WTA tour, not compared to the men?
With what do you mean though? With the tour events, as far as
the pay structure, the prize money structure, the different rounds, you think that's equally distributed among all the women?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. To be honest, it's not something I spend a lot of time thinking about the distribution, but I think, it's the tournaments put up their prize money, they want to have the biggest winners check. So that's always going to be up, and at the end of the day, the ones that are in the final, semis, whatever, they're the biggest rounds, they're the ones probably selling the most tickets at that point in time. So I think you've got to reward those players for doing better, but of course I know everyone starts somewhere, and I've been in that boat of, starting on tour, and you need that first round money to almost make it to the next event. So I fully understand that point of view as well, but I think where things are at the moment, it's probably, quite all right.
How special is this place for you, given it was the scene of your great moment?
Oh, it's fantastic coming back here again. This is the second year to, I guess, come back to the site of where I've had my best tennis moment. So I think no matter, what lead up you've had, however you're feeling, you can walk in here and think, wow, this is pretty cool, and you can, I guess, relive all those great memories and, hopefully make them all happen again.
How are you feeling? Carlsbad must have been a good moment for you as well.
Yeah.
A bit of a drought.
Yeah, it did take a little while to win another title, but no, that was a great week. I thought I played, some of the best tennis I've played in a long time, which is always a nice feeling, and I like playing on these courts and these conditions throughout the summer here, and I'm glad I got rewarded for sticking with things and doing the hard work and all that. So I think now coming into the US Open, I'm feeling quite good, but of course it's a new week, and you've got to make sure you keep doing everything that you need to be doing to try and continue on with that success.
Can you talk about the timing of splitting with your coach? Seems a little surprising coming after this big, fairly soon after Carlsbad,
Mhm.
and then right before a Grand Slam. Just what were your reasons and why now?
Look, I think Dave and I, we'd been together for a long time. I mean, it was almost 6 years, and had some really great moments in that period of time. And you know, as this little period's gone on, I think we both were kind of feeling that we'd almost come to the end, and unfortunately, it happened to be last week. And I don't think, you know, neither of us, I'm sure, would have wanted it to happen right then. And obviously, with winning that tournament, almost makes it seem a little bit strange. But I think we both felt that it was time, and you know, if something's time and it's up, then you kind of got to call it a day.
So you're working with Alicia here, is that the plan?
Well, she was coming here with the Fed. She's obviously Fed Cup captain, so she was coming here anyway. And I guess it's nice that, you know, now given my situation, that you know, I can look to her for some support. And yeah, she'll be out there with me on the practice courts and watching my matches.
Are you thinking of her, anyone in a more permanent role, or is she just sort of for the time being?
Oh no, this is just for the time being. Just obviously, I didn't have anything in place. It was just happened last week. So like I said, she'll help me here, and then after this tournament, I'll kind of assess what I want to do, who maybe it can be, and go from there. But there's no one in particular at the moment.
Any more questions?
What are you thinking it's going to be like to play mixed doubles with Tomic?
At Hotman Carp?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be interesting. We'll see. It should be a bit of fun. He's obviously quite a character, and he loves playing in front of a home crowd. So, yeah, I guess we'll try and enjoy it.
All right. Thank you.